Last week we were told that women are happy, and this week we're being told that women are not happy. Hey tchotchkes, welcome back to another episode of the chachabeat. Today we are going to keep talking about women. I love talking about women. We are going to keep talking about women, and today our topic is maybe this is why many women are unhappy. I thought women were supposed to be like really happy now. Isn't that the thing? All of the studies are showing that all of these single women are like super happy. Okay, let's just get right into it because that's what you're here for.
I'm using a clip from somebody much more intelligent than myself in order to provide a premise for my own video. And the lady in question is the feminist intellectual Camille Paglia, who I'm sure many of you are already familiar with because she's very well known. I definitely wouldn't say that she and I are in the same ideological village or anything like that. I disagree with her on quite a few things. However, that said, she's well worth listening to because she provides a lot of incredibly astute insights, things that I didn't even consider. As I said, she's very intelligent despite being wrong about certain things. The clip from Camille Paglia focuses on the question of why she believes women are unhappier nowadays than they were in the past. And I actually don't believe that this is just her personal opinion. There's a lot of data backing this up. I mean, you can even just look at the number of women on antidepressants, sadly. It's so much more than there were in the past. I've heard people say a number of things for why they believe that women are unhappier nowadays than they were in the past. And this ranges from due to the prevalence of hookup culture, it leaves women feeling empty and disrespected, or women waiting too long to get married or start a family, things like that. Camille Paglia's insight is much more unapparent and profound, I would say, than these reasons, although I do think that they play a role. There are a myriad of things, many that I didn't mention as well. But we're going to go ahead and get into the clip now so we can actually start the video.
Now, I notice, wherever I go in the world, actually, that upper middle class career women are very unhappy. They're very unhappy, okay, even though they have achieved a certain status. What I'm saying is that feminists have to stop blaming men for their own unhappiness. The unhappiness is due, I believe, to huge systemic changes that women, for thousands of years, women had their own world. There was the world of women, and there was the world of men. And the sexes didn't have that much to do with each other, okay? This is a brand new experiment to have this new system where now women can be economically independent now. They're no longer dependent on father or husband or brother, okay, for their sustenance, right? And they're working side by side with men in the workplace, right? This is an experiment. It's never happened before, right? What I was saying in the book, that we may have to accept a certain amount of tension between the sexes in the workplace, right? That if the feminist idea that if we can just suppress men enough, women will be happy. I say no, okay? I say, okay, and it's on the basis of my own experience as a child in Italian-American immigrant community, okay, is that what women have lost is the old solidarity that they once had when they totally ruled the private sphere. The women's life all day long was with other women once, multi-generational, older women, okay, as well as the children, right? It was a huge tribal experience. And now what women are feeling is a sense of isolation and loneliness, disconnection, okay, from their old function. I'm not saying to go back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying stop blaming men.
I think one of the most interesting things about what she's saying is that this is an experiment. This has never happened before. Kind of in the same way that, 15 years ago, we did not have like a computer in our pocket and GPS on our phone. Like people in their cars actually had like fold up street maps. And now like the concept of that is so far removed. Like it is as if it has always been this way. Like the concept that you used to have to, like, it just seems so inconceivable that people were even like, how did you function? You didn't have a phone in your car telling you where to go. You were following a paper map. Like it must have been wild. That sounds wild to me. But this whole scene of women kind of entering into men's world is more or less on the same timeline as GPS coming into our cars. It's only been really since probably like the 1980s, the 1990s, the 2000s, and the 2010s that women have like in colleges, and they're getting these careers, and they have mothers who also had careers. We think about it as if like it's always been this way, or at least it's been this way for a really long time, when like that's actually not true, let alone when you throw like dating apps into the situation, like how new that is. And it's like throwing gasoline on this fire. But it's kind of weird, like, when you think about it, this is all brand new. It's only been about 30 years, let's say 30 years, that women have been rising up in education, in the workforce, feminism. We can vote, we can pay for stuff, and all the things. It's only been about 2-3 generations worth of women, and what it was 3 generations ago is kind of a far cry from where we're at now. But like, we're talking about 30 years, when like the entire existence of human societies and social structures and the biological programming of our lizard and monkey brains, like, we're talking, I don't know, hundreds of millions, billions of years, hundreds of millions of generations. And then in the last 3, something has shifted, where the dynamic that always was is no longer. And then we're just like expecting people to just kind of like switch to this new norm and know exactly what to do.
Cha cha cha.